Good morning, Eagles, and welcome back to the Talon Weekly. I'm your host, Riley Robertson.
And I'm your co-host, Tessa Cheshire. Let's take a look at our weather with our meteorologist, David Hale.
Welcome back to Thunder and Hail. I'm your host, David Hale. Let's go look at the weather.
Hey there, looks like this week might be more interesting than the previous weeks. By the end of this week, looks like we're going to have some rain and some showers, maybe some precipitation. But first, let's look at today. So today looks like it's going to be sunny skies, the high is 54 degrees, the winds are north to northwest at 10 miles to 15 miles per hour. The humidity is 23%, and it doesn't really look like we're going to have any chance of rain today, but we'll see that later on in the week. Tonight, it's going to be 28 degrees, a few clouds overnight, the low is 28 degrees Fahrenheit, and the winds north at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Throughout this week, we're going to gradually descend into the high 40s, and in fact, on Tuesday, we're going to get all the way down to 41 degrees, but we're going to climb back up to 50 by next week. Tuesday, it's going to be partly cloudy. Wednesday, there's going to be some nightly showers, and Thursday, there might be some snow in the morning. There's actually a 35% chance. The winds are going to be 11 miles per hour to the west to the northwest, and the winds are going to be picking up throughout the week. In fact, they're going to be probably the strongest on Tuesday with 18 mile per hour winds to the east. The metro won't see that much snow, but we'll probably expect more in the East Mountains, but it's New Mexico. Who knows? That's it for this week. I'll see you next week.
Thanks, David. First up today, we have Kate Dubbs, who gives us some insight on what it's like to do remote learning while living with two teachers.
Now it's kind of difficult because our house is really small, so it's a tight space. We have to use each other's internet, and we could hear each other over our meets and stuff.
Kate feels that more participation from students would help alleviate stress from teachers and make remote learning better for everyone.
I feel like if kids were participating more, like turning their cameras on, like just communicating and asking questions and answering,
Next up, here's a word from Mrs. Robinson about the Graphic Novels Club that is new to El Dorado this year.
So our vision is just to get more people together that have common interests. And I think a lot of times what we have in clubs, it's always sports related or, sometimes it's community based, volunteering or giving back. And I think the vision was to kind of have another club where it can unite people that maybe do like to create comics or graphic novels. And that's not a lot of kids, but we're hoping that it's more kids than we think it is, because I think it's always good to have clubs that bring people together, even if it is a small group of people.
Here's a look at what it's like inside the life of a figure skater.
I liked skating on rollerblades, and they were closed for some reason, so I just went to the ice skating, and it really interested me. That type of, it's competitive in some way, but it's like dancing on ice. I'm still in the training aspect of it. Kind of like gymnastics, you work your way up until you're able to actually do the bigger stuff, and before that it's just tiny teensy things. Kind of sparks an interest in basically everybody. Not some people, it doesn't click with some people, but it's a really fun sport to play.
Figure skating is seen as an art and a sport, which is why it is so intriguing to many people.
I got into it actually from my sister's friend's birthday party, and we went to a public session, and then I just really liked it, so I started taking merge skate lessons at the rink. I did soccer when I was about 5, but that's the only other one. I really enjoy that it's an art and a sport at the same time, since I get to perform, but then there's also that aspect of competing. So there's only 3 rinks in New Mexico, so everyone that skates in New Mexico is our own little group, which is kind of nice. I think it's a really different sport that's really fun. Like I said in the beginning about that you get to compete, but you also get to perform for people. So that's really fun. And even there's so many different routes you could take in it, like recreational skating or really competitive skating, or just even skating for fun. For me, it's just the sport. The friends I've made through it is obviously a plus, but it's really the sport for me. Whenever I'm just out there, I know this is where I was meant to be.
Finally, here's our fun fact of the day with Devin Torres.
Hey guys, this week's fun fact is that did you know that you lose up to 30% of your taste buds during an airline flight?
Thanks, Devin.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at EHS Talon Weekly.
Thanks for watching, Eagles, and we'll see you next week. Enjoy your 3-day weekend and have a happy Friday.